Hello, today we're going to bring you the history of how Cipriani United was formed and how Morvant United was formed on the backs of Cipriani United. In Morvant, we do have a lot of communities, and to set the record straight in terms of Morvant and the different districts, there's a perception that the people in Morvant had some sort of attitude towards the people on the outskirts. While that may be true for some, I don't think it holds for the majority of people in Morvant. For me, who's bringing this information forward, the history forward, as a footballer, one of my first competitive games was in Never Dirty. Never Dirty is another district of Morvant. Some of my best friends right now is from Chinabu. What I found out also is that the other districts did compete in the best village against Morvant. So when you're talking about the districts and the attitude towards the people on the outskirts, as I say again, save that for someone else who don't have friends and grow up and develop with people on the outskirts of Morvant. All right, so I've brought these guys together so we can have the younger version to Cipriani United, which was Ansel Matthews and Ian Charles. In terms of Cipriani and Morvant United, I choose to bring a consensus of people and ideas together so that you can hear the facts and the truth about how Cipriani was formed, the restrictive membership to only people in Camet and Cipriani Street at one time in the beginning, and why that was, and how the constitution of Cipriani United was used for Morvant United to be able to join the PYM Football League. And that was on the heels of Cipriani going to the Super League as an undefeated team from Morvant, having an undefeated season. Super League was an off-season league, and also went to the Etihad League, the prestigious Etihad League, and winning it in 1971. Okay, and then within that time, Russell McIntyre, prominent name in football in Morvant, and he led us, and the rest is history in terms of accomplishment. All right, so we met with these guys. We're gonna in the Morvant Recreation Ground, you know, just for that picture, showing the background to the football field before we went indoors, before the rain came. And hopefully you get some information that you didn't know or didn't have. Here we go. With the introduction, where we starting from?
You pointed so right, was that one in the middle and then you go to the front?
Nah. But it's always left to right, so we'll go left to right. So okay. Today we're meeting some of the icons of Morvant football, and we're bringing it up from Cipriani United, which is represented here, and right into Morvant United, which encompass Cipriani United players. So there's a gentleman here, Mr. Morvant, I like to call him. So introduce yourself and we'll go from left to right for the public. So hold on, you could drop your mask, you know.
Why, I want everybody to know it.
Right.
All right, I'm Russell McIntyre, represented In 1969, I represented Cipriani United in the PYM League. From there, we went in 1970, went to Morvant United.
So we'll come back to Russell. We have another gentleman here, and it looks like he's thinking. I'm sure you know his name. So could you introduce yourself and let the public know a little short background?
I'm Chris Williamson, Cipriani United. I think we made a name for ourselves in Morvant. I don't Cipriani team interested.
On to this other gentleman.
Yeah,
Long time.
Ansel Porky Matthews was part of the success of Cipriani United from 68 upwards, and a member of the Morvant United team, and also the veterans team, Morvant veterans.
Just off to this gentleman here.
Edwin Walhart, also a member of Cipriani United, went on to play with Morvant United, and we played by the league, and then we went down to the 4th division in Port of Spain.
Well, everybody adding on something, a little addition, but
1976.
and
Okay, my name is Victor McGill, better known as Bigger, now known as MC. I started just before Cipriani United. We had a team called Who Cares? A team that got licks for the whole season, but played well. Cipriani United. And unfortunately, I would say I was not part of Morvant United in competitions. However, we had a Morvant United from Best Village, right? And we ruled that in terms of play.
all right. So back to Russell with the you say it was with Maple. I forgot that, right? So when with the Maple, did you come back to play in Morvant? Because I'm trying to go to the Cipriani thing to come back to you with the Morvant thing as the captain of the Morvant team. But I also want to find out from you, even when you were down in town with Maple, if you had an eye on the Morvant football and what you thought about it.
Only for us.
So we are what we're gonna do now. My question to you now, Russell, is how you did the transition? What was the transition for you from that time with Blackpool into, were you playing with any team when Cipriani United came up?
No. I was playing with Maple before, and I stopped playing in Port of Spain in 1967. So the 2 years I was just here in Morvant, playing in the league.
When with the Maple, did you come back to play in Morvant? Because I'm trying to go to the Cipriani thing to come back to you with the Morvant thing as the captain of the Morvant team. But I also want to find out from you, even when you were down in town with Maple, if you had an eye on the Morvant football and what you thought about it.
Only for the Spain when I played Maple. I stopped playing football. But we had some little teams here. Well, of course, Durden was still playing at that time. Right? Durden was still prominent here.
When Cipriani United was playing?
No, right around 67, 65, 66, 67.
No, well, I want to bring it up to the, because already are you on interviews with the
Alright.
situation, right?
Level of football was very good in those days.
Yeah.
In those days it was very good. But of course it had different teams. Right? It had different teams. It didn't have no Cipriani and this and that because then in those days, well I think Durden's last until 67 or 68. Right? In those days they just had 18 Blackpool, 100, and you know the scores of the rest of those things.
So you,
Right.
so you were you around, although you were in town, what I'm trying to get from you, although you were in town, right? Cipriani came out in 68 and most of the people here talk about 67, right? And I remember Who Cares was without. I could only call what I could verify. So, okay, what year you were in Maple and what year you left Maple?
I went there in 1962. And even 67, 1967.
So 67 is the magic thing again, that's what I'm saying. So with the Who Cares and stuff, who you were playing for? Or you didn't play?
No, I can't remember.
You was disappointed with people.
Yeah.
You was disappointed with people.
Yeah.
So you know about Cipriani United?
Yeah.
Alright. I'll come back to you on what you think after listening to us and everybody else.
Right.
What you think about Cipriani. So opening out the floor to the Cipriani United guys. Starting with Bigger Puss and Waterhead, known as Christopher Williamson, Victor McGill and Reynald Hunt. How did Cipriani United start? I know the concept was only people from Cipriani United. Why was that so exclusive and not an opportunity for the people outside of the country? Any one of the three? Hold on. The other stand the cards. Okay, go ahead.
Cipriani United started when we first came out. We didn't even have uniform. Ebonize would play a fancy sailor, and that was the uniform. A kind of yellow or goldish color. I can't remember if our name was Ball Dribblers at that time when they started now. But that is when Cipriani first come. And then we was including everybody then. Anybody could play. And I remember what caused us to leave off everybody is when we was playing a game here, I think it's Merryman.
So, we're just joined by a gentleman here, and instead of bringing him into the picture, I think he should formally introduce himself. And most people know him as Red, so you can see why, but so could you introduce yourself and give a little of your football up to the Cipriani and stuff.
Okay. My name is Ian Charles. I'm up here in Gabara Street. I was looking down, and they had Manchester United. And looking across, there's Cipriani. And I am with Victor McGill. He introduced me into the football world and the pan world. And then I started off shoulders with Waterhead, Puss, Porky, Waterhead brother, John. That was the first person to make me play big football on the field in the evening. Then you was short up a man and you're outside line then. So they say, come and take a run. That's how I start,
Alright. So, Reynald, based on what you're saying here, we need some qualification. Because you're saying that the Cipriani start, but I think you're mentioning ball dribblers.
Yes, it's Ball Dribblers. It started as Ball
Right?
Dribblers.
I think because there's some colors and stuff.
Yeah, the colors is Ball Dribblers. The name don't come to me.
Right.
Ball Dribblers. And
Right.
we had this policy of bringing in, and we wanted the best players to play with us. And what caused all of that to stop is one evening I think we was playing, I think it was Merryman boy, and we had this guy called Morvant. I think you should know Morvant. And Morvant did bring Leonard Lewis to play with us.
So you can go back to moving and because we had to go back and forth, you can make it short and somebody else pick up from you, right? Because with the Cipriani thing, I know in the interviews prior to that, Reynald, you mentioned that was the shorter man and then walking off the field and stuff. So
you can give me that officially in the group now. If anybody want to clarify or any situation, because instead of me having to edit things out based on what I know,
But they won't be able
right?
to do that.
So or they can do that right here now and make it a kind of conversation.
Back in those times,
Yeah.
we had ball dribblers, Blackpool, Ukiers, and there were 14 from the area.
From the area?
Yeah.
Read anytime?
We had had lots of outside and had problems of teams sometimes. And I think Cipriani was coming together for everybody from the area, that block, to be with the team, and nobody from outside. So we didn't have any more disappointments waiting on people. And that's how I was looking at it back in that time. And that is why I think some bouquets is we didn't have people from outside.
Yeah?
Yeah.
By this time, 400 and something.
That family.
Yeah.
That family was in the street quite often.
Like plenty many.
Yeah, that plenty.
4 teams. Over 50 something players.
And you'll be surprised.
Then after that, it's like under the tree.
Yeah, under the tree come late.
You also on Blackpool already? Also?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
I
one
know
is one of them.
Like Gordon used to.
Not at Winston, Big Ed Winston.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's really I never do that.
Gordon used to tell me everybody.
Why you never give me a
Anybody, Gordon,
They thought I wasn't
Now I know in organizing together, make sure you have a
and
roster.
Gordon wanted, especially when he was playing Fred and them ball, he wanted to make sure that they beat him at hard. So he play anybody, he get good play thing. He just want
That's
that.
how Tinto come to fame.
Tinto was
Yeah,
back
that
into.
don't come on like that thing, yeah.
On the line.
Along the right side, there's
Crossing, you cross some nice ball. Look at that boy, I see the man never get pushed in that.
Because it's recorded over the two.
Yeah.
So we'll just, yeah.
But I remember the things that water, although I wasn't playing with them, I knew those things. I knew the thing. It happened to somebody, kind of Solomon used to play with.
Yeah. And Jamont.
Was the ball that follows the walk, and the follows the walk,
Yeah.
and go in.
And a fellow named Jamont from Belmont.
Yes.
Remember them fellas?
And I remember.
Moving was the clincher.
I remember you falling out.
Yeah, moving every right.
Falling out with Fred and them.
Yeah, because Tate and Rocky and well not so much Rocky but Tate them feel well they Juba that they want to select the team. They always want to pick the side, and if you pick a side that they may please with, that is trouble.
Okay, back to you, Christo. As the designated person that I know and most people know as the leader of the team, how in your recollection Cipriani United came out? As Renaud said, we know the concept was you can rely on the imported players, right? But how you came to be the leader, I just know you as the leader, I think the captain. How you became, you guys had a meeting to decide that, or it was your idea, or how you came to be the leader of the team? You can't recall. But I know you had a committee, I know you had a disciplinary committee, and Victor was the head of the committee.
I remember.
Right? So okay, so we can't get that.
The discipline was always important if you want to go forward.
Right. So then management was basically the disciplinary committee then. But then we also had a selection committee.
The thing is, from where I am, from where I was, we always look up to post. Right? So I can't remember what the initial step was. I remember because we had players and we had dribblers. The idea was dribblers was a better team than us, right? We were a better team than us.
That's again because that's for international purposes, because men go want to know what you're saying about ball dribblers.
Yeah. Ball dribblers, but of course because we had players from outside who were a better team than us. Right? But we had good players, but we didn't have a all-around team. So if we had come up against the ball dribblers, most likely we'd have get it. But having the experience, right, what we realize is that seeing what happened with ball dribblers and then recognizing that we had plenty footballers up on the block, I don't know who was the brain that brought it together, but it's something that I would have been sold on. It was sold on. Wasn't it was sold on? Adrian was one of the people too. Adrian. And I would learn from you about Rocky. I wouldn't know how Rocky got involved because I didn't really like Rocky because they were poor about Joe Block.
Kelly, Barrel London. Vamos botar Barrel no céu e falar Barrel no Yeah? This is good. So based on that now, that is kind of reinforcing what was and what they had said, right? So competition, we're moving now from the Cipriani, the competition, the successes. But before I want to bring in Reds now and Pocky. Cipriani had a youth team. How did that come by and what was that all about? Is it we start having a surplus on numbers or how did that youth team, what was that? Progressive,
but not just surplus on numbers, but we had the younger players who kind of wanted to be part of Cipriani. And probably we didn't have enough for a team. So that's why the youth team was a whole Morvant team, Morvant district, rather than just Cipriani. That's how it's coming.
That's how we had
Okay, so based on that and based on what Reynolds said, the exclusive membership that was established for Cipriani, the criteria, it was broken with Lance and Lamo. That's all.
No.
New team.
Right, but what happened? We saw Cipriani block. But Lamo and Cipriani all the time, he became part of Cipriani. His family was considered kind of Cipriani, the Amore. Lance got into that family. So that's how Lance came into Cipriani. If he was in that family, he wouldn't be Cipriani.
But then with the youth team now, it expanded.
Yeah.
Because Reds was up this side, Porky was up, as far as I know, was that side, and we call it
Cipriani.
Okay, I know Reds.
But they had a lot of youths around who wanted to play. And they were also begging for youth because they had a little youth. Remember, they had a youth competition.
Yes.
And they wanted to play for Cipriani.
So, as far as I know, we're going to Reds and Porky now. Porky was the cleanup man in the youth team. As far as I know, Reds evolved to a defender, but before I left, Reds was a skillful midfielder.
Well, in them days you didn't really know much, you know. You had a player that had a position, you get to play, you know. And then, I always say, it's true Victor and Lance, they want to push you. Hey, move so, you know. And they want to hear it. That's how I
Again, I was affiliated with you, you know, and when I left, you were skillful as a still midfielder, but I have name associated with you now and maybe you could tap with this bruising. I have bruising.
Bruising?
Yeah, bruising. So I don't know. Is it the size when you realize you can't look soft as somebody with a size? You think it'll look good?
Nah, the bruising, it wasn't really a bruising, but that tackle, which is you had to, you know, make a tackle before you get, like Lance to say, stop tackling and getting beat and looking bad. You know?
Clean them.
Yeah. You have to time them tackle good. You know? And when you take it, man, you take it, man.
Yeah, that's the bruises. Again, so Porky, you were more embedded before I left too. What it is about the Cipriani thing that...
Well, the Cipriani experience, it started with Adrian Hunt and Christopher Williamson. I used to, before I get involved in playing with Cipriani, I used to come and play my football. I was training. I got Before that, I was with Paragon, Peterborough, and then after I finished that serious football, I came into Morvant. But the development part with I and Cipriani, I was living Cipriani Extension, that's the dead end street. So what I used to buy my vision on them, it was easier for me to cut through the track and come out Kajuka to Cipriani Street. And that's how I used to get involved playing cricket and football with the guys.
Okay. So now we get everybody feet wet. The accomplishment, and from the accomplishment, from what I know, Cipriani, playing with Cipriani, being undefeated in Morvant, as I was asking Russell now, Russell, you aware of that time or no?
I can't remember the year, but I remember.
Okay. So what makes Cipriani go from Morvant to Super League? Because that was an all-season league in the UE ground. Was Govey involved then? Is it true? Because Govey came the second year.
I think the Super League came about to most of the teams that win in their area. I think that is how the Super League came about.
Okay.
Who have organized Super League?
Yeah, who have organized it?
Actually, teams that won.
That is how I think it came about.
That makes it. Yeah,
I remember that. That is how we end up.
That's why I wanted to.
That is how we end up there.
Right. And while there, I guess we didn't really fare too well in the first round. And I guess it was a little inexperience. And then second round, we kind of put it in.
Not only inexperience. The size of the field was much bigger than we are. But when you get accustomed to the size of the field, you made a good run in the second round.
Okay. And now we're getting closer.
Because you have to make size like Tesca and all of them and everything. And
Another national players.
Well, I found most of the team looked like it was from out closer than more to the field. But that's a Frank, that's Tesca, that, you know, they're from that area.
Yeah. A lot of them from the area.
Now, we go into the second half of that season, our Super League, and Russell, you played in this. You played for Cipriani in Super League.
Yeah, part.
Okay.
I didn't know how they formed.
You remember how your Govey is the one who invited you to this Cipriani?
And laid down. Yes.
Okay. And from you doing the Cipriani in Super League, how was the Morvant United formed? Because with Govey involved, all I know I end up playing, and now when all these guys refreshing me, there was a second team which I remember playing with in PYM, while you guys had Bugs and all of them playing with the first team. So how the personnel went? Because I remember talk to Patrick about it. Could any of you guys recall how, Russell, I think you might be the best person to figure out the Morvant thing, understand the new Cipriani constitution. Right? Right. And if that way it was, then Victor, you didn't play. And Errol didn't play. I have Errol on record already of saying he went with Paragon. Where did you go, and did you make a decision not to play with Morvant or after?
He was with Paragon already.
Yeah.
Right? So when they decided they wanted us to play, I didn't have a problem, but then I was playing, I started playing it down. Right? And I told myself, well, because Rory was more prominent, Lance was more prominent, I was just known here. So I said, well, if they, like Rory and them, who more recognized than me, and if they can't leave Paragon or whoever they're playing for to come and play for a Morvant team, because I value the Morvant team higher than everybody else. But then I was already playing in town, and if they couldn't do that, it means then I shouldn't win. Okay. So I decided I don't.
So now...
I'll tell you something, what caused the conversion to Morvant United? When we won the league and we took part in the Super League, well, we got noticed by some people, and I saw Govey came with us. And Govey told us that with 15 players, we can go far. You must have more than 15 good players. and he suggested bringing in Russell, and the other guys will move on. And that's how the conversion to Mova started.
Okay, and now from that, what I learned from Russell, hanging with Russell over the years, is Govi did go to Russell. And Russell, if I remember correctly, you said that that is when you determined that you wasn't into the Cipriani thing and the team happens to be Morvant United for you to be involved, right?
Yeah. But when you all was playing, I wasn't playing right through in Cipriani in the off-season. I think I played 1 or 2 games. My thing with Cipriani, when Gobi came to me, Gobi said, them fellas could play football. He said, I like that team. I wanted to play with the team. He said, but they have a problem. They have too much of short fellas on the team. And I was watching them play, maybe Safran or one of them. And they're using that ball, well, I mean, over the head, and Hunt and Adrian, them can't get it. And he said, well, let us introduce whoever it is. And that's how I got in Wax and Reggie, Bill, myself, right? Those fellas be on, you know what I mean?
Okay,
And
so...
we merged, but the majority was Cipriani.
Alright, so that's why the majority is...
Yeah, Keith Bruce,
With you,
I
with
think
you,
Julia Francis, is a very good
Ginger
player.
Block, yeah. So, we're doing now with the
So you went.
bigger and them going down, and we stay with Morvant United and the success of Morvant United now in PYL. You are the helm, leading. How you look at that? Actually, because of Renault telling me about the 2 teams, I wasn't too clear on that. Maybe we should clarify that. There was 2 teams in PYL.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, man,
Yes.
that's good teams.
Oh.
And A team and a B team. Forget that. I used to play upstairs and downstairs.
When Maria was the referee.
You know, I know a lot of leagues.
I separate the junior team.
Well, you call it not 2 teams, but that is.
Yeah,
But Ian was playing downstairs too.
Yeah.
You don't call that.
Well, the 2 teams mean Morvant United had
Not in the same division.
Not in the same.
Not a division.
No. I know the team on the first. They were playing like the intermediate.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we're saying.
Because I used to play downstairs and upstairs. That I play for a whole week.
Well, and for the record, I think that radical label that I wear in Bradley is because Patrick and I and even Renault tell me he was playing with the second team. I was seeing some kind of men play with the first team because you have to look at the position so to then make it, you know. So I always had a little bitter taste, but that is, as a young person, you still have to wait it through.
Yeah, but let me clarify one thing.
Yeah.
Alright.
I playing in the second team is not because Rostan said me I had to go wrong there. I choose to think so I could play both sides. Up and down. Anytime they get short or a man get put up and can't play, I could go back up and play. But I was playing both teams.
Right, because
I think I must be the only one.
Because a lot of men remember him playing the second, including Val and Ian and them.
Yeah.
I remember when they told me, well, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know Ian and I can't remember Val playing with no second team. I can remember that. So we just want to get the information that we don't have.
Let me just give you, as far as I could remember, we had 3 men up front. As long as we have them, we beaten everybody. Junior Francis on 1, Parker hit in the center, and Keepers and them. There's no way no team is different. We can go on some more of them.
Yeah, well, team is like
No. And then myself and maybe sometimes Coach or whoever, George, my brother, was playing the thing, and then we had Lance,
Wax.
no, Renault, who was it?
Wax was the
Reggie,
Wax
and Bill, or sometimes Solgo.
So what you're actually saying,
When we had them
what
three-
you're actually saying, you had a team, a good team, because you start saying
Of
you had
course.
certain men, and
Yeah.
that team
So
comprised
don't call,
of 11,
don't
right?
call Bogle,
Yeah.
we short of we.
No, I telling you, but I telling you what my team was. I saying what the radical label
bother
that I
me.
wear over the
Then
years.
who was the goalkeeper? Who was the goalkeeper? Ramos now.
Yeah,
Ramos save right through?
yeah.
Nah, man.
But People
play out and then goal.
Box does not goalkeeper, you know. Box and use
So so the success we had
Yeah.
in PYM, you could recall anybody,
Well,
the opposition,
I can't put it on
the teams
but
we played against, which was the Brands and them, Rovers, Challengers.
Blackpool.
Yeah.
Glamour.
That was-
Glamour Gears was a company sponsor.
The man Michael.
Yeah.
Michael UIM or something.
Rovers was the big team.
Okay.
We beating them 1-0 and then for a storm the field and the match broke. We carried them to court, still lose. No, FA. So
And then after a clean sweep in 1970, we went down in the semi-final in the FA Cup. I just want the official, we had the right men here. Victor, you weren't playing, you were still with coach. Renola, are you in the picture? Was you in the picture? You didn't play move on that picture. I can't remember who's in the picture. Who's was
Yeah, when we play police.
when we play police, FA semi-final.
Yeah,
Yeah, with the striped jersey.
but
So, because the team won everything, just about every trophy in PYM. Russell, what you thought about that? You remember who scored in the semi-final of the FA Cup? St. Mary's Ground. Steve David and Cameron. Anybody recall the guy you say you want that game? And you think Mova was ready? I mean, this is police with some national players.
Mova should have win the game. Because I played in Tom, I know the team. I know the team good. When you watch Mova play, right? Mova was just missing something. You know, something happened here, but Mova was contesting the game. It wasn't like police come and run all over him. Right? But I suppose they go down to experience. Probably they have more experience at a higher level. But it wasn't like you know, chalk and cheese. Sure.
Because they talk about that in the sports news too, that we give a very good display of itself. So it's not that police overrun Mova just so, no, it wasn't so.
let me just
Well, in those days,
I think we was a little weak up front, that is the only thing I could say.
In those days too, what for us as the younger players, having a person like Russell, experience, we know he came from Maple, seeing what he had over the years. You know, when you go in and play other teams and you know you have guys kind of bona fide, with your confidence, you might know how they're playing against opposite team, but you know you have a real somebody good with you. So for us as the younger players, that's what it was like. You know, Russell came with that experience, and we know what they had. We never see him on that level. So we always tell ourselves, so Russell, maybe you could break that down as maybe bigger, seeing that you were around them.
Let me tell you, now that I remember, when we won everything in PYM, first round, or everything, the semi-final, when all here was the two persons, you know what I mean? MVPs and whatever. We were to play police in December month.
Yes.
And for some reason they postponed the game until the following year. I can't remember what happened, but they put it for January the following year. So fellas stopped playing football. All of us wasn't playing no football. Presentation, I will show you the presentation, people, so all of us went to the presentation. So we wasn't playing football. When we went in January, fellas was fatigued. They brought out because we wasn't playing no football, and then they called us and said, move on playing police in the FA down in St. Mary's. We kind of waited and remember Steve David. They can say what they want, for long as Steve David penny coming at you, he don't score. Majority of times he don't score. And if he could score against Mexico with 4 goals and look at things, who's really over?
No, we take that out. We don't really care about that. So what I'm going to take is the scheduling thing, and how they can look at it as an onlooker, as somebody at that level. So now, from that, this is where we come in now. Brett, what were you doing when because Pocky learned today that you were part of the Mova thing, so you will be coming to interject with the Mova thing. Brett,
Did you ever get into the Mova team or anything?
Yeah, the later.
Keep me to the Morvant team.
Yeah?
Yes, after that.
You play in the best village, right?
Yes, play with
Okay.
Kenny.
Oh, come on, right?
Yeah,
easy.
you see, I tell you so much.
Yeah.
People coming and going.
Yeah,
coming and
remember,
going.
you talk about the early days.
Mhm.
But them days I was more younger.
Mm-hmm.
And then after mature now, when they had a different move now. You see? And you start like a graphene.
Okay.
So them time you have take it easy because you have plenty defenders.
No, I would write you when I left. I would write you, no, because I say I was a little impressed with you as one of the youth men.
Yeah.
One trophy we didn't win outright at PYM was Michael.
Michael, EYM.
EYM, yeah.
Okay.
Because they tell us, listen, and them say, now let you come up here and win everything.
Everything.
These people are sponsors, they put out money, so they might take that trophy. We play them whole week, and they couldn't beat me. So they say, look, share it.
Are you serious?
I tell you, they try hard. Tell you every week, I play for a whole week up and down.
Monday to Tuesday.
Yeah.
I playing upstairs, downstairs.
I will.
I think the same thing was happening with on top 2 years. The top side, is the same thing was going on. We play whole week, the two sides, Maiko and I can't remember who was the other. I think Glamour Girls.
No, you said in green and white. Okay.
We play them up and down because they wanted them team to win something. They said, nah, move over, let her come
That was
go
black,
and
that was
everything.
Blackpool, sir.
No,
Tamagils
I won't tell you that. So.
was in Rose.
You the picture here with Glamour Girls.
Yeah, we play whole week
So
try to get a winner.
So we're moving up now from that 73 thing. I don't think it had a mover team in the PYM.
No. We leave there, we went there.
Right?
Everybody went
Etihad. So we would get a plug with the Etihad. Etihad we went in, we won in 71. Did we play in Etihad? The first year we won Cipriani United won Etihad. Yeah. Okay. How we got into Etihad and what was that experience? Because now that's a higher level. We talk about the semi-final in the FA Cup, but that's sporadic. Russell saying because of the delay in the schedule. So now it's saying experience starting to be a factor. So now we go Etihad where we have national players on teams. What that experience was like, and it's going to show how ready Morvant United was now. Because there's a break, there was no Morvant United in PYM.
No.
Cipriani was playing in
71
Etihad.
was the last time we played.
Right? 70, and Cipriani went in Etihad in 71. The rumor is Tinto got us into Etihad. Through Eddie, working around Eddie.
I'm not sure. I can't remember how we got to me about
Yeah, Errol and them, as I say, I have that information on the other videos where it's true Tinto.
But we used to, if you remember, even when we were playing there alone, we used to play a lot of games outside, practice games. We used to go travel and go and play teams. So, you know, I wouldn't doubt this thing because.
Yeah. So,
I was thinking that I thought Eddie knew
came
about
down here,
that.
no,
Knew
but
about
the
that.
thing is, Eddie came down here and watched Cipriani United. Tinto told Eddie he had a team from what was on record.
Okay.
And he came down in over and watched Cipriani United. And that's how he posed the invitation.
I know there was some kind of proposal from Eddie to
Right. So, alright. We went at there, Eddie had national players, I think bigger now because Russell not there. So we needed, because Russell was the leader for a certain amount of time with the experience, but bigger now, we were kind of dependent on you and Errol up to a certain extent. You know, and not, because you guys knew the players at that level, right? What do you think that was on the experience and what was the team at that level?
At that level, the team was confident, right? So even though you're going to meet teams that probably strong, if you have confidence, you always feel with it. And of course, we knew the top team was singing guns. But what also helped us is that when you go out there, you look like you're playing good. I guess even people get money that you never. So with that kind of background, should be proud thing for you. And of course, sometimes people are unmerited. Right? So the significance of some of the team with the national players so that you come over. Also, you have to always factor in, people have this concept about, areas like Mova. Yeah, they just play good and thing, but how much of them just playing tough? That was what, 71? I wasn't really in that moment.
You know we're playing in courts, but
I wasn't there. I didn't play for the national team yet. 71, I get a chance. Right?
I was playing for
Port of Spain League or not, right? But Lance, everybody knew Lance and everybody knew Seabrook.
so they didn't know what they didn't know certain people
People that and we had a good team.
And we know them voted and them is real bona fide
You understand?
players. This is for the public consumption here because this is how people get snake bitten. So
we even played against remember
Sammy was on a big team too. Sammy.
he did.
But I think one of the things that helped kill Cipriani, any mover side of it was the transport.
Yeah, boy. You wanna come from work?
Transport is what killed us up there.
It was good for me.
Because it was hard to get a car in the evening. They get a direct flight straight up to Taga River. So many times we reaching up the late for game, we are short side,
yeah.
all kind of thing.
yeah, I love that.
So that killed us up there. Only the weekend games we could have feel a full side.
Because I think we had to start taking taxi and go through the back because before we used to do the
We had to take
main
two
route.
cars sometimes.
Sometimes what I used to do, you take a taxi and you sit down in the back.
Because they're taking short drop.
Yeah.
So once they even the iron you, then you take up fresh paper, you still go until
After they want the last person to drop out was the Cora.
but it wasn't I mean so you could at the time
Because I teach him, so I had a little more time. So then you kind of just walk fast up the way that you want.
Okay. So now the Cipriani success in Etihad, migration with some players, Key, Bruce, myself, Harold Cipriani. But prior to that, the Best Village started. Now, Gobi wasn't around with the Best Village at all. It was strictly a Mova thing. I don't know the Mova got into it, but this is the trajectory that we want because this is the pinnacle of this whole session. The Mova team, before I left, we reached the semi-final against Tunapuna, right? There was a rivalry. It seemed like Tunapuna, we played Carnage. You guys recall, was there scheduling for that or Russell, how that used to work? Because if I remember correctly, from day one you were the leader in the Best Village.
But remember, it's all the villages
All the
here.
villages.
Chinapo, Moripo, well, Mobile Central, Murray Road, and we invite them to come as one team, but they want to come separate, Chinapo. And we used to beat everybody down. And then they qualify from here, and they're going down to
So that's how the Morvant United that we played for. So you telling me Chinapo and them come up against that?
Yeah, to come right here and beat them.
To
Murray Road,
To do what? To tell us the team or what?
because they could feel a team. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's what
I can
kind of
remember we
different.
play all
That's what
over
different that don't make sense to me. But
We
No,
play
but-
Murray
but-
Road, come on here, and Chinapo, Moripo, and then
What do you remember that?
Yeah,
Of course.
let's show it in there. It always had a division.
Yeah.
Even if I say from Chinapo or Monipo come to play anybody down here,
Yeah.
it had a rivalry.
Yeah, but
Always.
I looking at the strong side that Morvant
Yeah, but
has.
that's stick with them.
Yeah, but they go
That's
get
stick with them.
That's the way the Best Village competitions organized. You have to play your area.
It's true because we played a weak team in Barataria or somewhere. We went up in somewhere before I left, and that was a weak team. So yeah, you're right. Yeah, that was. So Russell as the point person now. To me, Tunapuna looked like was the stumbling block when I left.
Yeah.
How did everything evolve?
Yeah, but we have to qualify first before we reach quite there.
Right.
Remember, we have to play Carnage, which is
I
either.
remember, yeah.
We played the one by the Savannah, what they call them, by the zoo round, they come.
Boss,
And they were strong at that time.
You remember that first division?
We played Sammy Noel and he and the bunch, he bring up from St. Joseph Road, we beat them, and they, every team They mix and but every year we support that.
Tavernas, you have to play twice.
Everybody somehow is be
Was
afraid
it
of
beat
us.
them?
And when we are
How much
playing
had to play for?
in King George, they put out bigger and bill. And you can see this stupid boy. We didn't want to walk out.
You referee was Theo Joseph from Tavernas.
Yeah, this one.
Yes, everybody know that.
Yeah.
He's
It's
a
all
referee.
one.
I didn't know that. I played the game, but I didn't know he was
Money
from
and this. Yeah. And we played with 9 men and we only lose one.
Valentine.
So much trying to remember
But what
how
I'm
much
saying,
you remember.
before we reach the
What should have been that
actual,
game, eh?
before we reach Mobile actually reaching that final, which information I couldn't get for the Mobile Love magazine. I understand today that Mobile was always there, which I kind of know, but you also had a semi-final after that one with, against who? Barataria beat Mobile.
We played Mount.
We talking about this semi-final that we were talking about. I just want the record to be verified. Barataria beat Mova in a semi-final with the best village.
Yeah.
1-0.
King George won on there.
Okay. And
That one.
When Cos four games played.
When violence in court because
Yeah,
I remember
I
that
remember that.
and Cos crossed
I
the goal.
really remember 2 seconds.
We were short of plenty
He won the
rainfall that
point.
game.
He won the point.
okay. So now on record now we have Barataria beating Mova in a
Yeah.
semi-final.
Yeah.
Now the one where everybody internationally want to fine-tune the final. I understand there was bosses, this thing was blown up in a certain way, and I was always kind of enthused about Mova reaching that kind of standard. You guys recall reaching that final and how that was? We could go, Russell, you have some questions to answer, so we could go from, and Bigger seem to hear some of those answers. So Reynolds and first, were you on that team? Let's try to, because I couldn't get names for the magazine. So you recall who was on that squad? Let's start with you starting 11. You started the game, right? And you played midfield with Russell.
Yeah, I played right side midfield.
Ronald, you said you played, so that's 2. The other goalkeeper, what was the goalkeeper name?
Morino.
You said you played defense. Right? You played defense too. You said Lance played defense.
Last game played one game.
You play your game?
I don't think last
But you started, we're talking starting 11 now.
He start.
Yeah.
Lance
But it
start.
wouldn't have a controversy if you didn't start.
I start because that's how I end up saying I go play the left back.
because I think Joaquin was.
But if he didn't think I would have said,
Well, that was
Somebody
Cibro.
came on,
Cibro in his last interview said he played. Now, whether he started or
if he
I don't
played,
know about that.
if he
He
played,
came
yeah,
on.
come on. He can start that.
It was Adrian Hunt, Snakey, Keith Sibo and myself was on the side.
On the bench?
On the bench, Bino, who came for the he find himself starting because certain people saying, how Bino thing, because those are guys who was not around going through the process. That big final, them fellas appear. And it had nobody to really organize the team. Russell came late. So in a position, match going and start.
Hold on. Again, you're asking him, Russell came late for the final?
Yes, he,
Mixing up the thing.
So we gotta be accurate because in talking
Late I
before,
for test match.
yeah, you mixing up
guys,
Test match.
So wrestling reaches for that
I
final.
come off on that test.
when I say reach late, when Russell came, the game was just
Talking the final point
For test
14.
point 14.
Russell, you reached late
I
for
don't
that
know.
game?
I could have hold you.
Yeah,
I had a problem because as Poppy was saying, all anytime you hear Mova with the final and the bus is there, all kind of players jump in the bus with uniform. I don't
I
know where they
understand
get
that, but the
and it's
question
stopping
is, did you reach
the
late for the game?
No.
Right, so then Pocky, we had a hold off on that because we spoke about that in the thing and that wasn't the same game. That's what I'll tell you.
Alright, go ahead.
So-
Talking here when you go ahead.
Yeah. So again, for more official information, was Pat Small the official person
No.
in charge of the team? Because as far as I know from people abroad and stuff, the selection was bigger. You, Bill might have a not Bill. Javier might have a say. Javier.
No.
No? You
Jogging
sure?
come in that. Jogging on never.
No?
No.
Okay.
No, mate.
Alright, so maybe that information, that was
mix it
clarifying
up.
here. I ain't mixing up, I clarifying. So maybe that information that's been circulating out there is based on that controversial thing that you're talking
Yes,
about
yes,
there.
yes,
So we're going to
yes.
talk about that after, yeah,
Right.
because we need to clear that part up.
Yeah, yeah.
So back to the 11, because we should be honoring that men and them who represent Mova in the final of the best village. And I keep trying to get the names. And I was saying, even if we can't get the starting 11, Porky, you dressed for that game?
Yes, I,
You
Adrian.
dressed for that game? Because obviously all you didn't.
We didn't, yeah.
Who was dressed for that game? Who was on the
Snakey.
bench with you?
Snakey was on that, Hislop. Johnny Hislop was on the bench. Johnny, Adrian Hunt, myself was on the bench because we observed certain things going on with new faces coming on who was not there before, who coming for the big occasion. So Adrian said, he said, Pops, make noise to go on. I say nothing that. Adrian, I nothing that. They have a 11, whatever. I support it. Whatever when you feel I support it. That was it.
Was that the depth of the bench or was that the only people on the bench?
No, well, that was the core at the time because
You can't remember?
we can't remember, yeah, because I think it had one or two other persons came after. But just
And was on the bench?
on the bench, yeah.
Okay. So Keith, you were to be on the bench?
Keith was the next guy
On the bench?
on the bench. That's why we had a problem with the position when I was playing.
How much players, Russell, how much players was allowed to dress?
16.
So he called the other 11, he called yourself,
About 4, 15.
Adrian, Johnny,
Johnny.
and Keith
See,
Hebrew.
yeah.
That's 4, that's
And it's called
Bino was in a position on the field to start. But Bino was in our
You can't find the forward, so you have to take Bino. That's what I keep telling you since the magazine. All I say to you,
I know the
Russell,
talk wanted to bring Bino. Because there were parts. One was saying you need somebody to bring Bino.
Russell,
But he went no part with no.
but that's the stumbling block happened why he didn't go on the magazine.
play again.
He played a game, I know that he played a
That's it.
game. I
Not
know
only
that.
that.
What I'm saying, part
playing the final.
But you see, why I listen
Yeah,
to
no,
Porky,
but here we
because
don't
even the beef that Porky's saying, that is a standard beef in teams, that who on the bench, especially if you see men come and play. So he would remember that. That's a given, he would remember that. He just didn't remember Keith. So what I'm saying, the reason why I asked you how much men on the team, and you say 16, if you have him, Keith, Hugo, Johnny, and Adrian, that's 4, and the 11 on the field, like 15. You guys had no backup keeper?
No.
I think
Kelly got to see you in the office about that to know because Kelly would want to know why you didn't have backup keeper and stuff. But we'll leave that for now.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Kelly got a question here about that. So we needed one. But Russell, it's how easy it was. Those names could have gone into the magazine to honor the Mova thing.
But we were waiting for the longest while for because people keep on calling all kind of names.
Nobody
No,
we
but
could not
they get the
confirm
stumbling block too,
Nobody
Russell,
can
in that he just called Bino. And one of the things I was telling you going into the magazine is that, Russell, forget who didn't start and stuff. We just want to honor names, you know what I mean? Because we might know who started or who didn't start. Because now I realize, so you could have changed a player and bring on another player?
yeah. They may change.
So then worrying who started and didn't start, we could have just honor. So we're only missing one name, you know. Because I believe now, remember, not really, I only give the 11, they can't call her 11, you know, because he didn't want to call Bino, but obviously he had to call Bino.
You have the 4 defenders.
Right.
Right.
Which is you.
He, myself, Lance,
And Bill.
And Bill.
Right.
Always
that was
before.
in
That
midfield,
was
I know
before.
That's that's 7. That's 7.
2 midfield, right?
Yeah.
The only pause you pick was Val and Ian McIntyre.
And Bino.
And Bino. Like 10. You're still missing one.
So somebody play midfield.
He says a 4-2-4.
You know what they used to do?
No,
That was
wasn't here.
He used to play football.
Missing one. Kelly, you went to look at that game, man?
Johnny yourself in for it, man?
But I asked the man,
You ever seen him forward?
Junior Francis?
Younger boys,
One from down
there
there.
is go back.
Oh.
All fellas can't remember. You want me to remember?
No, I go back to them because we only missing one. We only missing one with Trey Bad. But these are the put up 14 in the man.
Now they go forward.
Yeah.
It's 70 games.
Your brother them play that, yeah?
Yeah?
Ian?
Ian? Yeah, is Ian a
Was it for yeah.
I asked him about
I thought
Roger Head nephew
No.
because I know he was playing.
Sans.
But Russell only saying now, but Russell can't get no name. And I tell him that already.
I saw
Just
Sanchez.
is the thing he thought.
Nah, son.
Five play some of the games and I said, but
I don't know. The course of the Johnny must play too, you know, there. I can't remember. I said the course of the Snakey must play, I can't remember.
I know Sticky
Snakey play in a lot of the games before the major game. He was on the bench with us.
Okay.
So okay, so
If he was on the bench, they had to play somebody who could play.
okay, and the big part now, and all you just one at a time because this is a little technical, controversial something, right? And this need to be, I know I could choose how much of that information I want to release or not. There's a thing that it was the only game that there was a discrepancy or something in that final, the over final. It's already on YouTube with Banga and some of these guys that there was a selection process that was questionable, right? We know Mova reached the final, is the furthest Mova reach, but you know, sometimes we have to learn if it's a mistake or whatever it is, we kind of have to do. What was that I'm hearing about the selection of the team? Now, we know the goals were scored by Steve David and Douglas. So, was there really the little disarray with the team before the game? We have enough. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 guys here who was on the team. Was there a disarray in the team before the game?
I say no.
According to players,
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't. You know,
On the day?
was could you recall?
on the day, I don't know that. I can't remember that.
I can't remember that, but
Okay,
I wasn't happy. Something.
Is in PSL you're talking about?
No, the final.
The final.
The final and Skinner Park.
Well, we're talking selection, the last thing, we last thing. And as far as I hear it from Ross, maybe it was overblown, so I just want to make sure we get that.
Plenty men didn't
What's
know
what
that,
I'm doing,
but I
because
didn't know nothing more.
I knew about it just before the game.
I didn't know nothing more.
That he played in town, right? Because we know he had a game, he played in town. Not only that he played, but that he was struck with that ball. I'm knocking down. And he came up and he insisted, but of course because it's lads, he insisted. Now, my thing is, I wasn't a main selector, right? So the thing is for me, it's always consensus. I can't just come and say, I give my opinion. He shouldn't start because Hecky was playing the games before at right back and Hecky was playing good. They couldn't put Netherlands, don't play nothing else but stuff up. So probably that is how you decided to go left. I didn't realize he played left back. Netherlands play.
But you said you play left back. I don't think I ever even practicing here in Mova Savannah see you play in the
That is
left
true.
side.
I never really went the left side.
So could you recall why you play left?
Because I when I watch the opposition, I know Steve David and them is through the middle. Big and Lance would be probably more equipped to deal with them than me. So and then when I watch how the side line up, it's only fitting. I go because many matches we play Lance play right back, and I play in the center. When we play Tesca, Lance play right back, I play in the center.
Yeah, because Lance will move according to who he sees. That's how he plays.
So when I decide to go out, and both of them play in the center, and I decide to play on the left.
Answer me proper before. Yeah, advanced scouting, and this is what I'm saying.
The rostering go remember that.
I using advanced scouting because that's the modern way. But that's what I was telling you before with the mobile thing, having you, a person from town, experience, the confidence we would have, having bigger going area and stuff. So now to hear that they're switching because Lance seemed to know the opposition. So You guys were in good shape.
No,
Yeah.
no, they will discuss that.
Yeah, they were-
said
yeah,
he-
yeah,
he-
yeah,
he-
yeah.
That
You want to go to
didn't
wrestling?
come to wrestling. I just
So
tell you
you,
that.
yeah?
Yeah, I tell you that. I'm
So
still
Captain,
listening.
you look back and see how
No,
man
not-
you want
not-
to
I
go
hope
there.
I go ahead.
No, you have to put this so because if you look back, once he's seeing Waterhead and Lambs and bigger, he don't care how you want to switch.
Yeah.
Because he know they're still behind.
Yeah.
And you also know all you played in the same team.
On the same.
And all you had that kind of issue.
Yeah.
So this whole thing about the water going to left back had nothing to do.
No,
With the line.
that had
Okay,
nothing
so
to
that
do
was
with
probably
it. Russell
supporters
didn't know
stuff.
that. I need to be in the back.
Yeah.
I decide I go so. And let Lance play the center.
Suppose what you can recall what you wasn't too happy about on the final. I know
I know that's
once
something-
we talk about, and I think Pat
Yeah,
Lane
Pat,
was Pat controlling the team.
Yeah, they go for the-
And I hear you just asked Russell how Pat.
No, Pat
Pat
was never
controlled the team.
controlling no
Never
team.
control no team. I mean, no, they
Pat came to see, let me tell you something. Pat came to see the game. When I came in, he called me aside and said, Russell, the only person, well, besides Steve David, watch this boy because he just kick in, he could kick, and it so happened, it happened that
I
night.
told him one thing, but I
Right?
So he was
Then
wrong.
I think he called Puss and talked to him. So Pat wasn't no part of the team, he just come to look at the game.
He just wanted to contribute.
Well,
Yeah, and
I think
So he told me something.
typical was what I know I will. This is the opportunity that they can talk if they want, but I know something happened that I already did get from Puss, but maybe Puss don't want to be on record of it. So guys, anything else we didn't cover? Where is the status of Mova football? After all, you do so much for Mova and stuff. I know Russell is here around. So what are you guys doing football-wise? So you just pack it in, rent you playing, or you don't no Mova veteran? You playing Mova veteran team?
before
Dano veteran, no veteran.
But I see all you guys in a picture too.
Yeah, before we reach the point, I carried on my mobile team in 1976 and 77. We played in North Zone.
Somebody said that in the
Not
interview.
somebody, I tell you.
I was
We
there.
carried,
We went
we
down there.
went out
North
there and
Zone,
we beat 20 people, become second. 16 team become second. We went to the FA. We
No,
played
it
against
was
leagues. And it's the funny thing.
So hold on. Think. Hold on.
76, yes.
What year?
76 and 77. We played in North Zone.
But so the best village, the final was 75.
Right.
What caused you guys to go for division? What was happening that you guys, because that's a season now, that is a commitment. You get commitment from players in Mova. Was it a Mova team meant players from Mova?
Yeah, from the league.
Same to what? Same to
From the league, all of them, all of the same
from
league.
And the success
Lance,
the
all of
teams-
them play.
What was the teams they playing against?
Cipriani, the same set of teams that the same men. Down and them was one
How
of
did
the
that
best
work?
time.
How did that work?
Very good because we come second and we reach the last 16 in the FA. We play in the same PSA. And we lose at penalty.
And all you guys here, because you play with the teams?
In
You was in fire
76.
services or?
Yeah, that's fine.
RT 71
So,
Something
Hockey you play on that team?
I play 1 or 2 games.
But they want to come on.
Well, give me the story.
Yeah.
So if you play, but you wasn't part of the Mova team in 75 that reached the final.
Point?
Yeah.
No, I was on the
Right.
right.
So how?
That's the point.
Right. So how did you get onto that for division? How were you recruited to get onto that team that Russell and them? Because you just tell me I was on the team, right? How did that happen?
Well, I mean, when you go out to get in, and 20 players come on, and 20 men, he knew all them fellas.
Yeah,
stand
the
up playing.
same,
Yeah.
Five.
And 5, and
All of
Simmons,
Yeah,
So
he
how
was a big
that
goal
expe-
scorer that
how-
time.
How was that experience for you
Yeah.
based on seeing them reach the final? You tell yourself you're moving
Well,
again?
we always have a controversy here because sometimes when we find out 20 men come in who wasn't the
Again?
Always.
Always.
That was always.
So the man, who was the leader of the team?
Russell, I think it was.
Well, I was talking to him, me and Kelly was talking to him in private. Me and Kelly was talking to him in private and find out what is that repetition
In
business.
an game, he played Shogana Sivayo. Mova Shogana Sivayo.
Shogunas or Leeds.
Shogana Sivayo.
Go ahead.
Bam, they score me ball. And they good. I get, I'm on the bench. So I had a cuss, I vexed too bad. And then supporter, look at he vexed. They tell me come on, I say I ain't going. Here them fellas, look at he vexed. I end up going on. All I know, I beat a man, I beat two men, I hit. I messed up the puppy in here. After when I score, I mean, you end up throwing. And then now, we finally PSA.
What was that?
Huh?
You did that from the defense?
Yeah, well, they put me.
You was watching bigger?
And then now, the final was
Leeds
in
in PSA.
PSA.
At Momentum.
Yeah.
No.
I ain't playing.
No.
Because all kind of met.
So is it simple to say that Russell dropped in?
Well, you know what is
He's one of them qualified lawyers and them who know how to use words.
everybody come out.
Regardless of what they go feel Russell.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean,
That was all interesting.
Yeah, that year Tory was on the bench, he was grumbling, making a thing. I say, support the team, whoever support the team.
Because the PSA, when I come home, they say, make a noise. Russell self come home. But I decided a long time, I could pay you.
It's funny how me and Russell get tight now because Russell and me, because them things I used to talk about it and go, we used to complain and
I think,
but if I keep telling you that, he should have known that too, that I coming off and he coming on, it's not that they tell me to come off, he should have known that. I come on because I wasn't fit.
When you off the field, right? And you want to come on and you see what they come on and say, hey, Russell, get him off.
Okay, let me go on and give all you a ticklish one, a nice one. What was your debut in what year of football? When you was your first recollection of you, that was it, you're out playing ball. Could you recall?
It's in St. Dominic's County.
And
You want to go quite back here?
No, but any play, well, if you can't use it, Dominic, can use something else that you can remember?
I want to tell you something. We still,
Anything you
one
can
of these
remember.
days, if you have time, I will still show the picture in the home day thing. We are the only school to win, to beat everybody, St. Dominic's County.
That's what you remember?
Yeah, that is my first outing.
Alright, and winning.
Yeah.
It's enough.
And then we went to, of course, the other side.
Because you could recall your first, when you decide that you're going to be a serious bowler, or you had your first success and you enjoy that and you decide to stay with the game.
I just used to play all sport and remember.
So how you choose?
I went more also too, but I never played football, I played cricket. And the next year I went down Nelson Street. I played football for Nelson Street. I never played football for someone.
And what was the niche for you with the football, seeing that you was playing all sports? What make you tell yourself, well, you're staying there, Cipriani or what?
Well,
Can't be who cares?
Yeah, it was, who cares led me to Cipriani from that point. Because when Cipriani formed, that's the first time we started, I stopped playing cricket totally, and we started playing football for a whole year.
Okay.
I remember when we practicing in March, and then passing and after until all they still get next to come out, who cares? That was the year start, something different.
I want to see if you tweak your mind just quickly. You remember Blackburns?
Yeah.
Remember you and Bigger playing with the young team with me, Japan, Geddes and Keith Bruce?
Yeah.
Did you guys have any vision at that time that Keith
before.
Bruce and me and certain guys was going to evolve? Or because you guys made me captain and stuff, what was the vision?
I used to play football in the rural time with you, so I knew that something coming with you.
Okay.
I know you long time.
Alright. So Porky, you recall your starting and when you decided you would be a footballer,
Well,
or is it victory or anything?
surprisingly, when I started going to Morvant Anglican school, I used to play football for the school, football and cricket.
Yeah.
And it had a period when Gwenwincus was the sports master, he did football and stuff. That particular year, something happened, he was not available. Mr. Beckers take over the reign for that period. And Mr. Beckers came, I was a kind of stocky fella. But he used to watch my wrong and tell Mr. Beckers came to me. He said, at that time the name was Charles, Ansel Charles. He told me to, you halfway takes a captain the primary school team. So he said, give it a shot. And I actually take the shot. And we were successful during that period when we wasn't there, we did win the primary school football. After that, Govi came into Mova, and the players went to Parga. I was part of the process with Ian, and I was the two youngest guys at the time.
Who Ian?
McIntyre.
Ian went to Parga?
Yeah.
They played for Parga.
Russell, yeah.
You didn't understand after me, could you better look for no other person?
After that process, yeah, I ended up playing with Peterborough. That's when I know Kelly and those guys.
No, I want you get the thing.
Yeah.
Reynolds, cricketer, everything else. What make you get into the football? And or when did you determine that you was gonna stick with this sport?
When I started off with cricket, I didn't used to touch a ball at all. And it's true, the cricket, I remember one of them fellas living out by us, both of us used to open batting, and he went forward for a ball, and the ball jumped on him in the eye, and bust me eye. He cut off cricket. With that, I said, not me a cricket. I turned to football. But with the football, I was barefoot champ. I used to wear no shoes. It's both bare feet. I could have used my feet and thing, and well, all of them, I used to play with Lover and all of them. And that's how I came onto the football. So all of them was watching how to see when competition. And I put on boots. What will happen? And the first team I think I run out with us, we had a team from Cipriani United Club, and Randolph and all of them they bring out aside. And they put me to play right wing. You know, not more right wing. When they pass a ball, the ball front pass me, all kind of thing. Well, a comedy. That was my initiation into football.
So what's the positive vibes they get to me?
But I still continue. I still playing bare feet and coming down and be practicing every evening. The confidence build. And then when we decide to come out as a unit from Cipriani Street.
I have an extra one for you. Were you aware that a lot of people kind of compare you, people in Mova, with the tank, the Lava Steve, based on your structure?
Yeah, I say, you hear people saying that my built how you can hide the tank. That never, something never go to my head, you know. Never go to my head.
Well, alright, because the head is the whole thing. Yeah, so, right. So, Biggs, what was your first inclination for the sport and stuff?
For the sport? Actually, the first thing I wanted to do really was to be a pensioner. But you know, in the day, your big parents, I couldn't even get a place, so I decided to go. So I left football. My first stint into football wasn't convincing. I had to do it.
Say that again?
My first stint in football wasn't all that good. I was playing right back. Okay, right?
Alright, with the players.
But I'm always a student of the game, so I used to look at Convert and all these big teams. I usually look at the defenders. And then I realized I could play stopper. And I play stopper, I could be good. So when we started Cipriani, I was still playing wing back. Because we had Waterhead and Pinhead. And they used to play good, so you didn't have a problem. But in the transition, as soon as I came to stopper, football was easy for me.
And Rez, I think you gave me it in the beginning, but so give me initial when you started.
My initial started with school, nursery boys. And days of playing cricket and football. And I was more a big boy in the school because I was more like into high jump, long jump. You know?
Well, there's nothing you clarify that to know. If a big boy, probably could see a big guy.
Well,
a big boy these days could be one of them fellas who's beat up people. I'm glad to clarify that.
Yeah. I was more a standard boy then. And he was outstanding boy in the school. You find that there was time as a role model, young Charles, you know, high jump, long jump, territorial sports, you know, football, cricket, right? And then when these post-primary 1971, so you find an environment that they long, you know, Gil Victor and Lance, you know, football him over. So from that now, I come and graduate and, you know, get into the football. And then Lance take me and say, I'm going to Essex. I say, alright, I'm going to Essex. And then stop telling me, he says, see, you look like you have some talent in you. And that was it from there. Never after that, a Navy team right through, you know.
So, I get the beginning now, and I want to know how you guys look at the ball, because these things kind of important that we kind of share information and, you know, I check Russell post. Okay, I'm seeing a little while.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
You didn't hear anything about me in Nelson Street.
The street. Right, that's the street boys.
Yeah, I captain the football team, the cricket team. I'm in Victoria Rome in track and field. I captain the table tennis team.
And you used to do athletics.
Yeah, I'm in Victoria Rome.
Well, that's when you was impressing me, you know, because we were always close as a family, but when I go by Puss, him and Gali, Puss had a lot of trophies. And it was for everything, you know. And we already had the height and stuff, so Puss was really a good example. Puss and Waterhead. Because Waterhead was, I find the bad men, they kind of fear Waterhead. I don't know why. I see him mash up cricket game and all kind of things. So I tell myself, I don't hold on to Waterhead. I don't know why, you know, maybe because he never used to say too much and stuff, you know. But guys, I want to thank you guys for giving me this time. We have anything you guys want liquid-wise. I know Russell.
You putting in it?
Eh?
You putting in it?
Yeah.
I done late already.
Yeah. So take a water then. Take a water. Yeah, take a water. So we cut it close. Yeah. So I want to thank you guys for giving me the time, and this was nice. And Reds, that's nice for you to pull in. Right, that's nice for you to come through, and you know. So thanks again for all the time and the information. Okay. Hey, Water, I want to ask you guys, Cipriani man, do you remember when we touch off the ball? You remember everybody had to get a touch?
Yeah.
You remember that rule?
If they get the ball.
Yeah. No, he would take, yeah.
Something on record here.
Yeah.
The first chest strap man in Trinidad.
I know Pat Small is first man I see here.
Chest strap?
Yeah. I know you're going with Puss.
Now remember, Pat Small,
Before he
Yeah, he can go with. But Puss, you see?
Well, I see Puss here.
Yeah, Puss. Well, maybe Kelly and them could say that because Kelly and them watch Puss close.
My God, yeah.
I see Pat.
Right by the fencing, what's it?
Yeah, Puss stress trap. Puss stress trap is to drop down.
Who was Cipriani? One of Cipriani's biggest rivals in when Ole was ranking.
You mean the team?
Yeah.
I bring the beer now.
Wait, so you can't leave here now.
No, bring the beer now when I come.
Now, what I ask that
From
question?
different periods. So one time was Dodgers.
Right.
Merryman.
Yeah. What about Smeeze? Smeeze, the Franklin Oliveira and them.
It's me from
Boxing and Barnett and them all them all
There was no
No, they were a good, very good team.
They wasn't
Yeah?
in any competition.
Didn't last long.
No, they didn't last long
Only
because
play, I think
Yeah, but they had a good team.
that fella had to win.
seasons. Yeah.
Yeah, remember he
Very
did
good to win.
Yes,
And
That was the end of it.
that was the end of speed. But they were a very
Yeah,
good
they were a good team.
Very good. A glamour team.
That was a glamour team. It was a glamour
Boxing
team.
Barnett.
He drove 1-1 with him.
Yeah,
It was
he
a
was
glamour
a it's not a stopper. Was very good. The name Mitch.
Mitch.
I know Mitch.
Yeah.
I know Mitch.
Yeah, Mitch was a real. Mitch was like a Beckenbauer.
Mitch from down.
I used to like how Mitch used to play.
He
Mitch
used
was
to
like
look good.
yeah. I used to